In this video, I'll show you how to set up your app on iTunes Connect. This is the first step in getting your app live on the App Store. Firstly, you go to itunesconnect.apple.com and sign in. Then you go to My Apps. Tap the plus button to add a new app. Now let's choose the name of the app. The app's name is WallBrowser. The primary language is English. The bundle ID needs to be set up on the developer portal. So we'll follow that link. Now we need to register our app ID. So the app ID's description will be Wallhaven. The prefix will be the default team ID. We want an explicit app ID. Now this is a reverse style domain name, which basically means it is com.yourcompanyname and then the name of your app. Now, if you have set up your Xcode correctly, your bundle ID will already be here. So you tap your project, then your target, and then go to your bundle identifier. So com.splinter.wallbrowser. So basically, again, it's com, company name, and the app name. And as for the app services, you can leave them empty for now. Those can always be changed later. And we'll submit to make this new app ID. Great. We'll go back to iTunes Connect. A few minutes after you've added the new bundle ID to the Developer Center, come back into iTunes Connect and go back into My Apps. And the bundle ID will have come across. So we'll put the name of the app again. The language being English. The version is 1.0, and SKU is a field that you only really use for reporting, so whatever you like, you can put in there. And here's the screen where you edit your app's information. Firstly, up the top, you can put in your screenshots. So for instance, to put in the screenshots for the iPhone 4, you'll drag them in like so. I like to drag them in reverse order, as it tends to sort them correctly if you do that. And there we have it. Here are our App Store screenshots for the iPhone 4. We can put extra screenshots for iPhone 5, 6, and 6 Plus if we want. Here's the name of the app. I've filled that in earlier. Also, here's your App Store description. Here are your keywords for the app, comma separated. Here's the URL for your app. This is compulsory. And there are a couple more URLs that are optional. Here's your app icon. To set that, you need to drag in your 1024 by 1024 version, like so. Here's your copyright line. In this area is your address. I've blanked that out. You put in your app's version number, your category of the App Store for it to appear in. I'll select photo. You can select another category if you want. Your app's rating needs to be entered. So you go through these various categories and choose what you think your app requires for each. Sometimes if you put certain settings in here, Apple will just outright say you're not welcome on the App Store. But here we go, 12 plus. That's a good rating. This builds area is where your builds will go when you upload them later. I'll do another video later on how to do that. Game Center and Newsstand settings. If you see your app as having some complication involved in the review process, you can fill in your details here and anticipate a phone call from Apple. Most importantly is if your app requires login, you'll need to make the account for them beforehand. They won't sign up. So you'll have to make the account and put the username and password in there. And here's your free form notes for whatever you would like to put in. Your version release determines what happens once the app is approved. So you can either have it released immediately, or you can control when it gets released if you set it to manual. And that's pretty much it. You can save all that. Interestingly, there's your pricing section, and this lets you choose how much your app costs. I'll make this free, but you can choose different price tiers. Tier 1 is the classic 99-cent app, but rather than call it 99 cent, they call it a tier because in different countries, 99 cents will actually be a different value in the local currency. And here's Apple telling you what that means. For instance, in my country, where's Australia? That is $1.29. I'll change that back to free. And there we have it. WallBrowser has been set up in iTunes Connect and is awaiting an upload. Thanks for watching.